Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to Misscliks D&D Seaborn. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty well.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey! So as you can see, we have a guest. Instead of Anna, we have Distracted Elf. Distracted Elf, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing pretty well, Neil. Yourself? It's been a while since we've gamed together.
It's been
nice
a long time. It's been
nice to
a
see you
year?
again. A little bit more, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been since 2015 summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Well, I'm doing great. I'm excited to have you as a player again, and I'm excited for today's campaign. So, why don't we do what we were doing last week, and then we'll say a little bit about today's campaign, starting with V. Parlefoy.
I'm doing wonderful. I just finished a glass workshop this last week and crazy late night stream. So I slept till 5 p.m. tonight, which was much needed. NyQuil kicked in. So I'm a little under the weather, so I'll try to mute all my sniffles today.
5 p.m.?
Yeah.
Like an hour ago.
Yeah, I just woke up. I took NyQuil last night, but I didn't go to bed till like 6 a.m. and I had like 7 hours of sleep the last 2 nights. So it was bound to happen one of these days. But good. The workshop went really well. It's done now, which I'm glad about. And I learned some new techniques. And I finished a piece that I had been working on for off and on for 9 months. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, that was my week.
One day will you have samples to show us?
I do, actually. This is the paladin that I just completed that's in glass.
Oh!
So.
This is not what I was expecting at all. Wait, how do you blow glass
I don't
like that?
blow glass anymore. I do
Okay.
kiln formed work, so it's all cold. So this is all powdered and like sand glass and stuff. And then I just like carefully sifted it into the spots after I've drawn in glass.
Wowee.
I just finished, and yes, finally can relax a little now.
Cool. What about you, Jen?
What can I say that's interesting? Still working on Rainbow Six. We have a new season coming up soon. We announced the dates of our live stream that will reveal everything. It's on November 12th and 13th. So I'm gonna be going to Poland for that weekend. We're gonna have 2 days of live stream, and I'm gonna be on it doing pretty much the usual stuff, revealing the new content, talking with other devs, being in Poland, eating Polish dumplings. And yeah, that's like the most exciting thing. Also going to Florida this winter.
Oh, you were talking about that a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, with Brandy and Jossum Art.
Right.
And my mom and dad somehow.
Distracted Elf.
What
What are you up to?
Me?
And who are you? Let's say
Who
some
am
words
I?
for people that
I'm-
missed last week's special episode.
I'm a streamer on Twitch.tv. Twitch.tv/DistractedElf. That's me. As you might think. But last week, lots of stuff, I guess. Halloween was fun. I've been playing through Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and that game is so poorly made at the end. The last parts of that game make me so angry. But other than that, good.
Nice. And Trump, what's up with you?
Well, just like V, I just spent the last 7 hours playing Civ instead. So turns out that Civ multiplayer games go pretty long. Let's see. That's basically what I've been doing the last week. It's been great.
I love Civ. It's amazing.
Yeah, you got tweeted by the Civ official account.
Yeah,
so-
I was like, I'm special. Yeah. I actually responded to you and they replied, and I was like, One love, Civ. One love.
Do you guys prefer standard, epic, or marathon, or short for your game speeds?
Multiplayer online?
Well, like you can set it to quick, standard, epic, or long, which increases the amount of time it takes to tech or decreases the amount of time.
Huh.
No?
Yep.
Am I the only person that's playing on Epic and Marathon?
I guess.
Oh my gosh, I don't even. On multiplayer, there is a setting called online mode.
Yeah, that's
where
what I
it's
play.
twice as fast. Oh, Al, you play on online? Do you play multiplayer?
Yeah, I just play multiplayer.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. We can play sometime.
Yeah, we should. For 8 hours.
Yep.
Because it does take 8 hours. Like, I've finished so far. Let me see how much time I played and how many games I finished. It's pretty sad.
I just got
I
that
played-
game, so join. I want to join.
So I played a total of 40 hours and I have completed 1 game.
Nice.
Yep.
Do you play multiplayer with a group, with friends?
I have currently like a roster of 4 friends I play with, but like we don't always do a game together. Sometimes we're just 2 with 1 game, and then I have another game with like 3 guys. And
Okay, so you actually save the games and like we'll continue them.
yeah, but that's why I didn't finish many. I finished 1.
That's cool.
Yeah, because we all felt it was going good for us, so everyone felt like continuing.
Cool.
And we were kind of in a nice people mode because we're still learning. It's my first Civ game and 2 of my friends as well, so we were not like backstabbing each other. We're just doing all of our little things in our little corner until the one with the most experience starting being religious and converting us, like as we're like, oh, I guess that doesn't matter. Wait, 5 civilizations out of 6 are converted? What is this bullshit? And then he won. That's the game that ended.
I always disable religious victories. That's so frustrating to
It's
have to
so
fight.
passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, hey, being friendly, passing by, just converting everyone. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's the worst. Because you have to defend on that front. It's not like you can ignore it.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to go for a culture or a science victory and want to go like, religious or domination, you can kind of almost ignore culture and science, but if religious victories are enabled, you have to defend your religion like pretty
And I
heavily.
didn't have any religion, so I'm like, what do I do, guys? I'm like, someone else, please convert me to your religion so I can make apostles of your religion.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
Anyway.
so you can win on religion?
mhm.
Yep.
If you convert all the other civilizations to your religion, you win. Game over.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. So today we are doing a slightly different episode of Misscliks. But maybe we shouldn't explain what it is. Maybe we should just delve into it and see what's going on. So let's do a recap from the last time we played a few weeks ago, just to get us up to speed. Does anyone want... You know what? Why don't I do the recap? It's been a while since I've recapped us. So the players have finally managed to make it all the way back to Theroden's Rock. All the way back from south in Matava, down by the frozen continent. They took some time getting the Orb of Valmontarius to get back to imprison... What's his name? God. Brimstone, Fire Incarnate. They sailed all the way back up. They fought a mimic ship, which took a little while. Those mimics in there were fairly devious. And now they have arrived back at Theroden's Rock, this tiny little encampment that they have on this tiny little island. I think there's 45 people or so here living in this island in New Valutin. And they're all pretty loyal to the party. They've been helped by the party, then they've betrayed the party, and then the party's come back to save them again. So these people are ardent loyalists. Anna's character has also been introduced, but this week is the full moon of Valmontarius. It is a week-long celebration. Not really a celebration. It's more like, think of Lent, or... I'm going to get these other ones wrong. So think of Lent for these religious figures, where for this week you're going to give something up, but instead of just giving anything up, it is giving up your kind of entire day in life to spend it in prayer. So it's like a week-long segment of prayer. I don't know if there's a better religious holiday to do that, but we're going to call it the equivalent of Lent, where you just give up your life for a week. So her character is locking herself away out in the jungle somewhere, out in the forest somewhere, to kind of be in prayer this week. And the rest of the time, I think the party's been relaxing, resting, healing from their previous battles and adventures, and just getting some time to take a breather on dry land where there's not ships around to kill them or dragons out to chase them down or any other weird things. That is until one day the beach is approached by a pack of mermaids. Though I don't know what the appropriate term for a group of mermaids is. Does anyone?
Is it a school? Is it a school of mermaids?
It could be a school of mermaids. A school of mermaids shows up on the beach one day, and the townsfolk down there run quickly back to grab the rest of the party, like, ooh, the mermaids are back. As you guys may remember, the mermaids have been used as messengers between the party and their affiliates around the globe, including their companion that is down in High Castle, way down here off the corner of the map. So, the party, you guys hear from some of the townsfolk, there are mermaids down on the beach. What do you do?
I go on the beach to see the mermaids.
Same.
I also walked down to the beach to see what the
And by the way, I speak mermaid.
That's good.
You speak mermaid?
Yeah, you told me that I learned throughout
Oh,
all.
right. We did learn you some mermaid.
It's on my character sheet. I imagine they sound like murlocs from like Hearthstone. So it's like.
Hey, I speak Murloc.
So,
Sure you do.
Oh
Is
no.
it on your character sheet?
But I speak every day.
can you give us some Murloc? Nice.
Solid.
So, down by the seashore, you see 3 mermaids. One of them kind of forward while the other 2 are back. All 3 carry spears. The forward one also has a suit of armor that looks like it's made out of various crustacean shells that have been somehow knitted together or fused together. You're kind of far away and can't get a good view of it, so you're not sure exactly how it works, but there's all these like shells stuck about her body. Kind of lying there flopped in the sand as mermaids do, with a nice, beautiful spear.
Waiting.
Just waiting for someone to say something.
Hello there.
And
Oh.
then I translate, hello there.
It's fine. I can speak your language.
And then I
No
repeat
need.
that in mermaid.
All right then. I am Kaya, matriarch of the mermaids nearby, and we've run into a sort of problem that I think you might be able to help us with.
It's true, there is a very large dragon around here. We know.
Separate from that, while we were oh no, I've lost my notes. Hang on. While we were off in the Spice Islands, the crabmen, our mortal enemies, overtook our castle under the sea. And we need your help to get it back, because they've holed up in these chambers down there that are like pockets of air, like large air, like land-filled chambers, basically, for visitors and so forth. And my people are not exactly effective on that sort of terrain. If it were water, of course, we would easily roust the crabmen from our territory. But perhaps you could help us with this.
Well, our useless monk has decided to devote quite some time to some rituals, so I believe we can spare the time.
I replied,
good.
of course, in mermaid.
Good. It's nice to see that you're so compliant and helpful. It may be a little bit of a task getting there, but I have some things that will help. And I pull out from like a pouch several sort of necklaces with like quartz crystals on them, and offer them to you. If you wear these, you will be able to breathe underwater.
Ah, very useful. I snatched one with my bony fingers, I raised my hood, and I put the necklace onto my skull, which seems to be in a grin.
You're gonna want to actually get into the. Okay. Yeah.
You can no longer breathe air, Temriel.
I take it off.
Cool.
I mean, does Temriel even breathe?
It doesn't matter. Do I breathe? I don't think I do.
By the way, as a new person, I don't really know who I'm looking at here. Can I get like a brief physical description of like each of the players?
Sure.
Maybe?
Temriel, you want to start off what you look like?
Because that twigs me that there's something going on. So
Yeah. I'm a skeleton, so I'm about 6 foot tall, and I wear a big tattered now robe, which I had on, and then I like tapped it off. I have bony fingers. Basically, I'm a skeleton.
Nice.
Albert.
Yeah, I am a dark elf, and I am wearing a cloak. I have a patch on one of my eyes, as I only have one good eye.
Okay.
That explains my sixth perception. I have a slightly damaged nose that comes out like from under the eye patch. Like you can imagine that there was like something that cut out my eye. I'm 6 foot tall, pretty slender. I have black eyes, long black hair, not good looking.
Not good looking. Okay, a not good looking dark elf. With a name like Albert, it's male or female?
It's a male.
Male. Okay.
And Trellis.
And I'm 5'9", slender, silver hair, silver eyes. Look kind of elvish, but not elvish. Just
Okay.
pretty, I guess.
Fantastic.
But very, very plain. Just more of like a hunter type look.
Likewise, I suppose I should describe myself. Mermaid, armor made of shells of various crustaceans, long black hair, spear, nasty looking sort of harpoon spear in one hand, and an air of authority. There you go. Okay. So yes, I would recommend that you only put those on once you're under the water, though I guess for you it's probably fine.
Yeah.
I say looking at Teriel.
That is true.
Well, if you're in agreement that you'll help me and my fellows out, then let's go. No time to waste. The sooner the better.
Question. Why are we doing this? I mean, what? Why? What's in it for us? Why would I spend my time doing this when I
Have my people not helped you in the past?
I mean, we kind of more helped them than they helped us, to be fair.
Wow, that's cold, Jen.
We helped them find their way back home. In exchange, we got fish.
They helped you find your way back home, too. They pointed out all the portals to you.
That's true.
They facilitate your communication over long distances.
Well,
I'm just wondering if there's something out there. At the
listen,
end of the tunnel.
I do. I mean, if you're feeling mercenary, which I can see that you are, we do have a treasure room in the palace.
Oh, well, why don't we get going right now?
Good. All right. Perfect.
Okay. So, there are 3 necklaces passed out. Can I get an intelligence check from Trellis and from Albert? Very nice, Albert. Okay. Albert, as you take a look at this necklace that you're being handed, you realize you have an identical one. Or you did, at least, once upon a time.
Is it the one that V's wearing?
It might be the one that V's wearing. Small
Hey.
crystal pendant on a silver cord.
Hand me over my necklace, lady. The one that you took from me and that you pretend is yours now.
Sorry,
I
excuse
just
me.
want to examine something.
I
Yeah,
can keep wearing
the one
it.
with the
You can
crystal
examine it
pendant.
while I'm wearing it.
Well, okay then. I take the crystal pendant that we just got handed from the mermaid, and I'm like, I guess you won't need this one after all. I'll keep it for our other friends. I put it in my pocket.
Okay. You pocket.
Hang on, did you put yours in your pocket or one that I gave
The
you?
one that you handed her. I kind of just like,
I am gonna need those back when we're done. You can't keep those. They're precious and rare.
oh.
Please don't pocket them.
Well then, I guess you can just have it back. I don't think she's gonna need it.
Thanks.
I don't believe that Trellis can breathe underwater.
I'm pretty
You
sure
won't
she
need it.
has a water-breathing necklace of her own.
It doesn't seem to be operable.
Why don't we test it?
Well, she can breathe while up here, so therefore it doesn't work.
Is there a magic word to activate it?
Neil, is there?
Nope, no, there's no magic word.
I suppose we could test it. Trellis, go breathe underwater.
I humor them and I go to the water and I put my head under. Am I breathing?
You're breathing just fine.
And then I lift my head up. Oh, what a useful necklace this ended up being. Snicker. I snicker.
Ah, tremendous. I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Kaya.
Kaya, my necklace. I will not be needing this either, Kaya. Thank
Thank
you.
you, then. I appreciate the return of such things. Pocket that back in the pouch at my belt, so to speak. It's more like a seaweed strand wrapped around my waist. Because leather doesn't do super well underwater for long periods of time.
Do you use those to come visit us at the surface?
I can breathe just fine either way, though mobility can be a problem. I say, flicking my tail
So,
sort of
What
above
use-
water. Yeah.
What's the use of those necklaces then? Why are they so precious to you if they're no use?
Well, they're no use to us personally, but visitors who wish to visit down at our castle under the ocean, how else are we going to get them there? How else are they going to arrive?
Fair enough.
I prefer not to have to drown them and then resuscitate them, you know?
You have powers of resuscitation? That is mighty.
Well, some would say so.
Interesting.
So, the party's gathered forth. Everyone has their own ways of breathing underwater or just not breathing at all.
Or just not breathing, yeah.
Yeah. And Kaya leads you guys into the sea, flanked by her two guards who haven't said a word this whole time. You get taken pretty far away. You find yourself swimming for an extended period. Let's talk for one quick moment about how Temriel swims. How do you swim without flesh to, block the water?
That's got to be inefficient.
Yeah, just bones seem like an awkward swimming mechanism. How do you propel yourself under the sea?
I suppose I would want to hold on to a mermaid or a merguard then.
A merguard?
I can't imagine they're particularly happy about that, but they don't. I would imagine they also wouldn't say no necessarily.
Yeah.
But we can go. That's you, Neil. I'm just saying.
I think it's kind of awkward having a skeleton, hanging onto you as you swim, but, life calls for.
I mean,
awkward
there's not
moments
so much
sometimes.
resistance, right? Like as
Yeah.
we're playing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But you guys are taken by the mermaids far, far away. There's still light kind of down here at the level that you're swimming, and you find yourself slowly descending into this darkness. Dark Albert can see with his one good eye because he's an elf and they've got infravision. But as the blackness begins to consume the rest of you, a small spark of light can be seen from down below in the depths. Being able to breathe underwater doesn't actually enable you guys to talk underwater. So this whole time you're fairly silent and just kind of trailing along, following.
Directing with hand gestures.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually, you are approaching this undersea castle, complete with parapets and walls and doors and windows. It looks like someone took a real castle and just sunk it. Where this castle comes from, you don't know. How old it is, none of you guys are stonemasons, plus how would you judge how things age under the sea? There are, where the wooden door would be is just an empty open chamber. But instead of kind of proceeding into a normal castle flow, there is a passageway that goes underground. This whole area is lit with bioluminescent sea moss. Probably some sort of kelp, I think, would be a better term. Or seagrass. That's the word I'm looking for. Seagrass all along the floor that just glows with little fish swimming in and out of the reeds.
Picturesque, really.
Kyle leads you one way, then another way, and pretty soon you guys find yourself semi-lost among the tunnels of the underground passageways until she points above and you see that there are ripples as if there's a air above you, as if you've come to the surface of something despite being 150, 200 feet below sea level.
Swim up towards where the air pocket is.
You guys swim up towards the air pocket and emerge. Whoops. Over here now, Kaya. There was no mermaid token, so you are this purple person.
That's fine by me.
Emerge in this room.
You'll have to thank your friend for being a smooth ride.
Yes, the other two mermaids disappear pretty quickly. Can you all see this room on the map?
Yeah.
It's black. Even when zoomed out.
What about that? Even when zoomed out, it's black?
It's black. It's pure black.
Aha! Here we go. That one does not represent Tamriel.
Aha.
There we go. Now everyone should be able to see.
Yep.
Right? Jen, you can see?
Yes.
Cool. This
Wait,
this
no.
pool of water is on a raised area with two rather large steps going down into a fairly big room lined with pillars.
It's not working. I'm sorry.
Not
I
working.
refreshed and it didn't work.
Maybe I should change you to Dark Albert instead of Halfling.
Perfect. Glorious, I see all.
You see all the things?
My vision is restored. I had my eye patch on the wrong eye.
There is this large chamber. It is 75 feet long by about 65 feet wide, lined with two sets of columns. There are two doors at the end, one directly in front of you and one slightly off to the side. As you guys are kind of taking stock of your situation, looking around for wherever the light source in this room might be, you hear the familiar shuffle and clinking of crab legs.
I hear the familiar shuffle and clinging of crab legs, guys. Beware.
I think they may know we're here.
Which room do you think they are from? That one or that one? I point towards the two.
As you point towards the two, you see three crabmen beginning to shuffle out from behind pillars at the back of the room. Ooh, that is not showing up. Ping. Ping, I said ping. There we go. Back over these regions. The crabmen start shuffling out to the sides, looking at you. They stand 6 feet tall, 3 feet wide, big red shells with large pincers. They are looking at you.
Okay.
Well, I will take this opportunity of them not attacking to make a gesture as I, let's see, what is this? I bring out my little bit of my vial of holy water and I use it up in a holy ritual. I bless the party.
Okay. The crabs seem to understand what you're doing is magic, and their timidness has changed to action. And I get everybody to roll initiative. It's gonna be a D10 plus your weapon speed. If you're not making an attack, then we can change it for something else.
Neil, my sheet is not
Did it save?
Appropriate sheet, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You're using spear, so it's +6 for speed.
Okay.
And your damage. I remember all your stats.
Yeah, I mean, they're written on the layout, but I just don't know what they add up to in second edition. So
Right.
you'll just.
My action going to be casting bless, or do I get an action?
No, you cast bless that round.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
Everyone's attack values are +1.
All right.
Hey, so party goes at 10, 11, 9, 7. Crab, giant. I'm sorry, they're 7 feet tall, not 6 feet tall.
Okay, so pretty big.
Big crabbies. All right, so the first crab goes and immediately starts shuffling towards the party, skittering sideways, right towards V. Reaches out with its big pincers and starts snapping at you as you are stringing your bow and shaking the water off of it. Does a 21 hit you, V?
That is higher than my armor class, so yes.
Alright. The first pincer is blocked by your armor. The second one snaps at your arm for 2 points of damage, drawing a little bit of blood. After that, Dark Albert, you've got your wits together. You've managed to, I don't know what you're doing, but you've managed to do it.
I am excited to cast for the first time ever. Let's see if there's any components that I can integrate in this. I take out of a tiny bag a small candle, which I decide that I do it by waving it around. I go, oompity oompity doom! And then I cast Monster Summoning 1 and some creatures appear.
Ooh!
I'm so excited. It's like my favorite spell.
Monster Summoning 1. Okay,
Oh my god, Monster Summoning 1.
I need you to roll me a d12.
Yes. 12.
And I need you to roll me 3d4.
I don't know what
12.
that means. I don't know if 12 is good, but it sounds good.
12 is pretty good, I think.
8.
Dark Albert said, what were your words again?
Fumpity fumpity doom.
Boopity foopity doo. And 8 giant rats appear out of thin air in a puff of pink smoke.
Beautiful.
These rats will follow your commands. Even though they can't understand spoken words, they will follow your commands and slay your enemies for you.
Attack the crab! Giant rats. I was gonna say tiny rats, but they're huge.
Yeah.
Giant rats.
All right, they will
Also,
attack.
create a formation that protects me.
Okay. There's just going to be like a swarm of rats. Ooh, that is not a swarm boss.
So how many do I have again?
8.
So I'm gonna keep one right next to me, and I'm gonna pet it as the others attack.
Okay. Sure. They will start acting next round. I don't know why the music.
I'll call it rat-a-tat.
Um,
Eradicate because it's really big.
B, you go at the same time as Krabby number 2, who starts shuffling towards Kaya. What are you doing, V?
I go ahead and take my bow and I draw it back and I shoot at the one going towards Kaya.
Make me roll to hit.
Remember +1.
Yes, at +1.
I already got it. 13.
13. Your arrow pings off of the crab's hard armor, falls uselessly to the floor below you. The crab reaches out with its pincers and snaps at Kaya. Both of them are misses. And Temriel, your turn.
Sure, I'll take advantage of this crab being in combat with Trellis. Is it distracted enough for me to get some kind of advantage against it?
Yeah, you can easily get around behind it.
Okay. Let's see, that would mean a +2, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, that's a big bonus. Pow. I swing my mace at it.
That is a hit.
Great. More 10.
You do a lot of damage there. The shell begins to split kind of all the way down the back, as if, kind of how the brain is a bunch of different plates, like the shell splits into a few separate plates. You can see that the shell is now being held together by the flesh underneath. The crab is not dead, but badly wounded. The last crab comes skittering up behind Temriel and takes 2 pincer attacks at you. Does a 19 plus 2 for back attack, makes it a 21 hit.
Yes.
Right. Crab pinches you for 5 points of damage,
Oof.
sending bone dust onto the floor. I think Trellis gets her second attack. Oh, and Kaya, who didn't get a chance to go yet, goes now.
Yeah, I haven't done mine. All right, I seeing the crab get hit, the crab man get hit. That's sort of weakening. I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay. He's adjacent to you.
My left there. What would I be rolling, Neil?
You would be rolling a d20 plus 7.
+7. All right.
Ooh.
26.
That would be a double critical. Please roll me 3d6 plus 3.
36 plus 3 for 9.
That is a terrible roll, but it is more than enough to finish off the soul remaining
it's
crab.
awful.
The crab man crumbles. His fleshy bits come out of his shell all over.
Nasty harpoon spear through the head.
Okay. Next round initiative.
I get my last turn, right?
Oh, yes, you do.
You're trying to skip me.
Sorry.
Forget, do I? Or is that a fighter thing?
An extra attack?
Yeah.
That's a fighter thing. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and go after the same crab I was trying to hit before.
All right. Nope, not even close. All right, let's roll some initiative. D10 plus your weapon speed.
It turns out bows aren't so good once they're soggy.
Apparently not.
Just kind of floppy.
So this time I roll.
Struggling to dry my bow.
Do I roll for the crabs too?
No, the rats go on your turn.
Oh, the rats. Okay. Sorry, the crabs.
That'd be great if you summoned giant crabs to fight the giant crabs.
Oh, that would have been so cool. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Sorry, I was thinking.
Elf, that's going to just be a 6 because it's a D10, not a D20. So.
Oh, my bad.
An 8, not an 18. So you're cool.
Oh, so fast.
Darkest of Alberts, you are first.
I
Before the
cast
crabmen.
Improve Phantasmal Force, and I summon even more giant rats. And I keep another one next to me that is an illusion, and I pet both of them, laughing.
All right, so now you have 8 giant rats plus an unknown number, just a swarm of phantasmal giant rats.
I'll just do 8 more because
Okay.
I think at some point there's a limit.
All right. You have seven active real rats that can make attacks. So you tell me which ones, how you want to divide up their attacks, and we'll do them.
So how many rats can summon a crab is the first question.
All 7 can attack a crab because they're tiny.
I thought they were giant rats.
Well, they're giant rats, but they're like, 2 feet long. So they're, even though they're huge for a rat, they're still pretty small.
Alright. So
you know?
I'll do 4 on this one and 3 on that one.
Okay.
And
The
I'll
giant
put some
rats.
illusions around it that pretend to hit but don't do shit.
They don't get any bonus to their attack, so roll me 4d20 for the first.
Don't they have back attack, kind of?
35. I don't know.
Yeah, they could swarm. I'll give one of them flanking, two of them flanking, one of them back.
Cool.
The 15 is a hit. The others are misses, even with bonuses. So do D3 with that giant rat.
3.
Nice.
Giant rat.
The giant rats begin to swarm over the crab, trying to find a place to rip its guts out and eat it alive.
Max
give me
damage.
3d20 against the other one.
Do I do the 3d20 for the next one?
Yes, please.
Nice. Okay.
Those are all misses. The rats cannot get through that hard, chitinous shell of the crab.
Looks awesome though.
Yeah, as I see the rats swarming, I kind of exclaim, "Oh, Albert, you finally picked up a useful spell."
The giant crabs go. They are freaking out. They can fight humans, they can fight mermaids, but swarms of giant rats? What is this crap? So they start pinching at the ones on them. The first one.
But some
cuts-
of them are illusions, right? Because I
That's
sent
true.
so I like double the amount on everyone. Just
Right.
simple. So
Right.
like 3 real, 3 fake, and 4 real, 4 fake.
The first one grabs one real rat and just snaps its head off. And then grabs a phantasmal rat, which just kind of disappears with a bit of a smoke. The other crab goes after his rats as well. Going after one real and one fake. And grabs one real one, also killing it with a nice, good, strong pinch. So you're down to 5 rats and 1 in your hand. 6 is next with Elf.
Okay, I am going to strike with my spear at the nearest crab man. So, there, 20.
Is a hit. Roll me some damage.
Sweet deal. Can't remember what I rolled for damage.
D6 plus 4.
6. All right.
3. 3.
Plus 3. All right. 9.
That is exactly enough to bring the crab to his knees and to death.
And another killing blow for the spear.
Yes. The rats are happily going in through that hole that you've created to rip out the crab guts. Temriel.
Alright, I turn to this rude crab who hit me in the back and I swing at it. 19?
19 is indeed a hit.
Right. Or 5.
Right. And last but not least, Trellis.
I hopefully have gotten all the liquid out of my bow and I shoot.
There you go. Now you hit him.
I have points of damage.
Okay, and your second shot. Very end of the round. You're gonna have to move to get an angle on this guy, but that's fine. 10 is a miss. Alright, last round initiative. The remaining crab is clearly distressed. He's got rats swarming over him, his buddies are dead, and these 2-leggers are really tough and really skillful. He's clearly... I mean, you can't tell much emotion on a crab man's face. You know, they're pretty you know, there's not a lot of muscles there to move things. You can't really read them. But you just notice the way it shimmies and shakes and the speed of its legs moving back and forth lets you know that he's feeling pretty nervous. He's definitely freaking out a bit. Initiative. We've got B, Rump, Elf, Albert.
Oh, yeah.
Albert. Albie.
However, if I do something, it's gonna remove my improved phantasmal force, right?
Then
If I shoot, does it stop it?
I think.
It's like I think it's a concentration spell, so I can cast another one, but I don't know about shooting.
You can move at half normal speed,
But not cast spells. But what about?
but not cast spells, and I don't think you can make attacks. Yeah. So you can walk, you can talk, but you can't fight.
Yeah, I'll just keep hitting the rats while laughing and making my illusions do their job.
Nice. Okay. So the crab goes first, and the crab takes
Oh,
a.
well, I need to do an initiative for my
Oh
rats.
yes, for your rats, please.
So what do I put? Considering
D10 plus 3.
okay. Done. 6.
Your crabs, your rats go first, actually.
Okay. So I do 3d20 and 2d20.
Well, there's just the one, so you can just do 5d20
Oh, okay.
if you tell them to attack him. 1 hit.
So d3. 3 damage.
Nice. The rats swarm the giant crab, who takes a fighting withdrawal, skittering backwards and away. Can he go all the way back here? Oh, yeah, he can totally go all the way back here.
Can I make
towards the
rats
store.
spawn behind him just with improved phantasmal force? Scare him.
You see that the crab takes his hand and reaches for this door handle, which is one of the big bracketed handles that you just pull on, and tries to grab it, but the claw is too big to reach the handle. There's all these rats on him, and he just can't do it. So he backs to the corner and tries to go through the door, but is not making it. Oops, he disappeared. Player's turn. Who's first? It looks like Elf is first. You are a mermaid, so you can flop around on land.
I can flop onto the shore, but that's it. And I can't see this crab, right, from where I am? Or...
Not very well.
I'm just trying to judge whether or not I can throw my weapon at him. I've got like a spear, so maybe I could toss it.
You can toss it. If you move up a little bit, you can toss it. He'll be at long range for you, which is -5 to hit, and then he'll also have partial cover, which is going to be a minus.
Oh, okay.
So it's like -8 to hit.
So what's my movement speed on land there, Neil?
Pretty slow, like 3
Okay.
instead of 12, which is a normal human walking speed.
All right. What does that translate to in squares I can move per turn here?
You can get, because we do 1 minute rounds, so that's 30 yards. You can actually get pretty much anywhere on the map.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna move to kind of here. And then I can't really reach, so that's kind of my turn. Like I just flop out of the water and like shimmy my way along the ground.
Right.
That's it.
Next up is Trellis.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to. Can I run over closer to him and then shoot still?
Yes.
Okay. How much can I move?
Again, you can move pretty much anywhere on this map. We've got 1 minute rounds, so you've got plenty of time.
Okay, so I move here, and then I go ahead and take my bow and shoot at him.
Do it.
15.
15's a hit. No, it's not. I lied. 15's a miss. 15's a miss.
Okay.
Totally lied to you.
Just kidding.
Tamriel.
Ignore my hit for 1.
I just charge right up to it. Is it distracted trying to open the door?
Yes, and it's covered with rats. Covered
Alright.
in rats.
I'll go ahead and take an easy swing at it then as I charge forth.
There you go. 20 is a hit.
Great, 6 damage.
All right. Yeah, layers are all mixed up. You hit it and break open its shell, splattering crab guts on the floor. And with that, why don't we take our first break? We'll come back and figure out what's in this room and what's going on the other side of our break. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.